If you're an aspiring medical student, you've likely had to think about different interview types and how to prepare for them. And the truth is that the interview stage is the final hurdle between you and your medical school acceptance letter. So getting the invitation for an interview means that you've made it through the primary and secondary application screenings. All students who make it through to this stage are likely to have a good GPA, high MCAT score, impressive letters of recommendation, brilliant essays, and so on. So it's not about your past achievements anymore. It's about your personality, communication skills, and how you present yourself. So in this video, I'll dive into different interview formats and give you tips on how to excel from preparation to the day of your interview. Hi, I'm Natalie Stoberman, and I'm an admissions associate here at BeMo. Before we get started, subscribe on whatever social media channel that you're watching this on so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. And if you'd like us to help you with your medical school interview, visit BeMoMedInterview.com to schedule your free initial consultation. And FYI, check out the timestamps in the description of this video so you can navigate to specific sections that you're interested in. Here's what we're going to cover. What admissions committees are looking for, traditional and panel interviews, the multiple mini interview, and the MPI interview. And we're giving away $50 Amazon gift cards every week to the best comments and questions, so comment below for your chance to win. And we also have some important advice on how to prepare for med school interviews, and I'll talk about that throughout the video, so make sure that you watch the whole thing so you don't miss any of it. So let's get started. Before going into any type of medical school interview, students need to understand what an admissions committee is really looking for. Medical schools want to make sure that you have good interpersonal skills, and they want to verify that what you've delivered on paper matches what you bring to the table in person. With your applications, you can perfect your submissions with multiple revisions. But in an interview, admissions committees get the chance to see a more natural, unedited side of you, and they get to see how you adapt and react under pressure. An interview is as much about the how, like your style and presentation, as with the why and the what, meaning your motivation and content of your answers. So let's start off by dissecting traditional and panel interviews. These are the two most common interview styles that a medical school will use to interview their applicants. In a traditional medical school interview, students answer questions from a panel of interviewers, and the interviewers typically ask a range of questions in an open interview style, trying to assess things like your passions, ambitions, weaknesses, and suitability for medical school. Common medical school interview questions include, why do you want to be a doctor? What are your career ambitions? And what are your unique skills and weaknesses? But believe me, there are so many more. And we have a blog that you can check out to find the most common interview questions. It's in the description of this video. But back to traditional style interviews. They can further be divided into three subtypes. The open type, which is where the interviewers has full access to your application and will ask you questions based on the information that you submitted. Then there's the closed type. And in this type of interview, the interviewer does not have any access to any part of your application. This is a blind interview, so the interviewer is only assessing you based on your performance in the interview. And then there's the partially closed type. And in this interview, the interviewer has access to limited information about the applicant, as in they might have access to the applicant's resume and extracurricular activities, but not the GPA and MCAT. So this allows the interviewer to form an objective opinion of the candidate's capabilities without being biased by their test score results. Moving on, the panel interview is a long-standing assessment tool used by most traditional medical schools to assess a candidate's personality and characteristics. And it can represent a large percentage of the ranking weight, or it can be used as a rubber stamp for candidates that a school is likely to accept based on their primary and secondary applications. A panel interview typically consists of 1 to 4 panelists per candidate, and these panelists can be members of the medical school faculty, or even current students or residents. And the panel may also have a community representative or a non-medical person, but this was pretty standard for most universities before they adopted the multiple mini interview. You can expect questions to be slightly more conversational, like reviewing your CV to going through behavioral questions. And these can include prompts like, tell me about a time when you were in a conflict with a supervisor, or what is your greatest weakness? The best technique that we tell our students when it comes to acing the traditional or panel-style interview is called the share model. When you're asked to describe a situation, you need to be concise when you're describing the setting, the problem, the action you took, and the resolution of the problem. Keeping that in mind will make sure that you actually answer the question and that you come across as a clear communicator. Here's how you can share. S. Situation. Interviewers ask candidates to describe a particular situation. H. Hindrances. Interviewers want to identify challenges and hindrances that you encountered. A. Actions. Explain your actions. R. Results. Examine the results for interviewers. And E. Evaluate. Evaluate the lesson that you learned. The overall goal of the panel interview is to come off as a likable, personable scholar who can describe why they've taken on the jobs, educational opportunities, and personal endeavors on their CV. So you can use our tips to ace the interview by making sure that you have a positive conversation between you and the interviewers, and that you're not leaving them wanting more answers. Let's move on to the multiple mini interview. Also known as the MMI, this medical school interview format is designed to reveal how a candidate thinks, how well they work in a team, and what their strengths and weaknesses are. This is not a content interview like you'll find in traditional or panel formats. The MMI is a situational aptitude test in an interview format. Students go from one station to the next, answering questions that are designed to test self-awareness, critical thinking, teamwork, maturity, communication, and empathy. And there can be 6 to 10 stations in any MMI interview. And when you get to a station, you'll be given a question and about 2 minutes to think of an answer, and then 8 minutes to go to the interview station and give your answer to the interviewers there. Then you move on to the next station and repeat the process until all the questions are complete. One interview can last between 90 minutes to 2 hours, and some schools offer a break in between stations. When you're preparing for your MMI interview, there are 7 different types of MMI questions that you need to practice. They're scenario questions, policy-based questions, acting questions, personal questions, quirky questions, writing questions, and collaborative questions. Ideally, you should have from 8 to 10 weeks to prepare for the MMI, and the best way to practice is to use realistic simulations. Just like preparing for the MCAT, for example, the interview requires you to perform numerous simulations in order to ensure that you're absolutely prepared on your actual interview date. The best prep tactic is to use full-length mock MMIs and go over MMI sample questions. And it's best to practice while getting expert feedback. Why? Because if you don't get feedback from a medical school advisor, you won't know how to improve your interview taking strategies, especially because the MMI format is unlike any other interview structure. Then there is the MPI interview format. And this is the format that you'll need to prepare for if you've applied to the University of Toronto Med School. It was designed as an alternative to the panel interview. And like all other types of medical school interviews, the MPI is designed to identify those interpersonal qualities and important characteristics that will make a candidate a successful medical doctor in the future. But in order to mitigate what some consider as poor reliability in the panel or traditional interview, the MPI put the candidate in an environment with 4 distinct interviewers, and this allows for multiple independent sampling, MIS, of the interviewee, which is one of the claimed characteristics of the MMI. So basically, the MPI is a happy medium between the MMI and the panel interview. The MPI interview is simple to carry out and is cost-effective like panel interviews, but it allows for conversational mentor-mentee interaction like an MMI. So what should you expect on interview day? On the day of the interview, the candidate will move from room 1 to room 4, encountering 4 different individuals who have approximately 10 to 12 minutes to ask questions from the candidate. The interviewers are either faculty members, members of the ADCOMs, senior medical students or residents, or other medical doctors. and each interviewer has a hand in reviewing the written application materials and asks questions based on the application as behavioral descriptive questions. You can expect questions like, when you entered a new workplace in the past, how did you go about meeting and developing relationships with new colleagues and supervisors? Or, I can see from your application that you have spent a lot of time working as a counselor with children. What was your strategy for building relationships with the children, your new colleagues, and supervisors? And what has been the most important lesson that you've learned from working with kids? Once an MPI interview is completed, candidates are rated across 3 common attributes, which are maturity, communication skills, and interpersonal skills. Now there's also a 4th attribute that is rated uniquely based on the candidate, and this can include characteristics such as the ability to work in teams, a candidate's vision and expectation, adaptability, self-reflection, and personal insight. Each of these attributes are scored out of 5 and will come down to a total score calculated out of 20. That's our breakdown on the different types of medical school interviews and how to prepare for them. Check out our blogs to read more interview strategies and how to have a solid interview prep. I've included a few links in the description of this video for easy access. And if you'd like us to help you with your medical school interviews, check out BeMo to schedule your free initial consultation. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, so please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. And if you have any questions about different medical school interviews that I didn't cover, let me know in the comment section and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And don't forget that we're giving away $50 Amazon gift cards every week to the best comments and questions. So comment below for your chance to win. Thanks for watching and see you next time.